Miniature traction engines. This is a collection of video clips showing model traction engines running on steam and compressed air. But first, a very rare picture of me, and this is a t-shirt sent to me by a friend of mine called Bob Brocklehurst, and it says it all. I'm a sound engineer. I'm not trained as a mechanical engineer, but the principles are the same. Right, it's on with the show, starting with a Marquee traction engine. With the regulator open, I gave the flywheel a push and off it went. And as before, it's very gurgly at the moment, but once the engine runs for a while, everything will get nice and hot and it stops gurgling. After I fitted the replacement spring, I set the safety valve to blow off at 50 pounds per square inch. And as you can see, it's now blowing off at 50 pounds per square inch. The last spring wouldn't have done this. It would probably have blown off at about 300 pounds per square inch, probably blowing up the boiler in the process. I cannot stress enough how important it is with model steam engines, even small ones like this, to make sure that the safety valve blows off at the correct pressure. Even though I would classify this engine as a bit of a steam toy, it could do a lot of damage to the operator if the boiler was to explode. So please heed my warning and always be very careful where pressure vessels are concerned. This is my coal-fired model traction engine. It's a 1.5 inch scale model and it's 32 inches long and about 15 inches high. It's a great model and I really do like this. It sits on the sideboard, but here you see it running on compressed air on the dining room table. As you can see, it's very detailed and it's very well made. The original builder was quite an amazing engineer by the look of it. This engine has a working whistle. It's a bit high pitched because it's quite small. In the centre of the cab you'll see a lever. This accesses the gears. There are 2 gears on the engine. At the moment it's in neutral and there's a safety peg that fits into it to stop it from moving. All the intricate lining on the model that you can see on the wheels and the main body is done with a paintbrush, which is incredible really. I could not do this. I repainted and refinished the canopy. That's done with transfers and stick-on lines. After I first rebuilt this engine a few years ago, I ran it on steam quite a few times. But in the end I had to get it out of the workshop because I wasn't getting any work done by thinking, oh, I'll run the traction engine. So I painted and finished the canopy, fitted it to the model, and it's sat on the sideboard ever since. This is rebuilding a 3-inch scale Garrett traction engine part 4. So I think it's time to see whether it goes or not. The first thing to do obviously is to oil everything that moves. Then I temporarily fit the flywheel, connect some air and give it a push. I didn't speak over the last bit. I thought it was better to let the engine do all the talking. And as you can see and hear, it ran quite well. It was a bit lumpy at first, but then suddenly everything freed off and off it went. I took a lot of time adjusting the crankshaft bearings to make sure that there is no play in the crankshaft, and I'm very pleased with that first run. That's it from me in this video. It's mainly about running the engine. You see me putting the engine into forward and reverse gear, as well as a demonstration of what's called notching up, where you move the lever back towards the centre of the lever frame, and when you do this the engine uses less steam, which is always a good thing. That's it from me. Thanks for watching and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. please take the time to visit my Mainsteam Models website. Click on the section of the website that says Video Playlists. And by doing that, you will find it very easy to find other videos that you may like to watch.